miracle of Jesus feeding the multitude. One sunny day, Jesus and his disciples decided to retreat from the bustling city to find a quiet place to rest. Large crowds had started to gather around Jesus, following him everywhere because of the miraculous healings he had performed. They longed to hear his teachings and to be healed of their ailments. Jesus and his disciples went to a remote place near the Sea of Galilee. However, the crowd did not give up. They continued to seek him out. When Jesus saw the large crowd, he felt deep compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. He began to teach them about the kingdom of heaven and heal the sick among them. Jesus and his disciples went to a remote place near the Sea of Galilee. However, the crowd did not give up. They continued to seek him out. When Jesus saw the large crowd, he felt deep compassion for them because they were like sheep without a shepherd. He began to teach them about the kingdom of heaven and heal the sick among them. As the day wore on, the sun began to set. The disciples approached Jesus and said, "This is a remote place and it's already getting late. Send the crowds away so they can go to the villages and buy themselves some food." But Jesus replied, "They do not need to go away. You give them something to eat." The disciples were astonished and asked, "We only have 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. How can we feed such a large crowd with this?" Jesus said, "Bring them here to me." He directed the people to sit down on the green grass. Taking the 5 loaves and the 2 fish, Jesus looked up to heaven, gave thanks and broke the loaves. Then he gave them to the disciples, and the disciples distributed them to the people. A miracle occurred. The bread and fish kept multiplying. Everyone, about 5,000 men, not counting women and children, ate and were satisfied. After everyone had eaten, Jesus instructed his disciples to gather the leftover pieces so that nothing would be wasted. They collected 12 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. This miracle was not just a meal that satisfied physical hunger, but also a profound lesson in trust and compassion. Through this miracle, Jesus demonstrated his power and reinforced the faith of those who followed him. They witnessed an event that would forever be etched in their hearts and minds. The crowd returned home with hearts full of gratitude and strengthened faith in Jesus, the one who brought them hope and life. And from that day, the news about him spread even further, and more people sought to hear his teachings and witness his power.
Little hearts, they shine so bright in the day and in the night, pure and true without a fight. Jesus loves them with all his might. Tender voices pray so sweet, tiny hands and tiny feet. In his arms they find their seat, love so warm like summer heat. Jesus loves the children all, big and small, he hears their call. Every child he won't let fall, he loves them through it all. Smiles that light up cloudy skies, trusting hearts with no disguise. In their laughter never lies truth that sparkles in their eyes. Oh, Jesus loves the children all, big and small, He hears their call. Every child He won't let fall, He loves them through it all. Jesus loves the children all, big and small, He hears their call. Every child He won't let fall, He loves them through it all. Innocent, so pure and free, in His love eternity. All His children, yes, you'll see, in His arms they'll always be. Innocent, so pure and free, in His love eternity. All His children, yes, you'll see, in His arms they'll always be. They'll always be. In our hearts is so bright, in His love eternal.
In the darkness of your sorrow, find the light in every morrow. Though the tears fall in the night, love will bring you to the light. When your heart feels like it's breaking, and the world feels like it's shaking, know you're never on your own. In His arms you're never alone. He will hold you close when you can't take anymore. Feel His love surround and lift you off the floor. In the silence of your grieving, feel the peace that's so relieving. Every whisper in the wind is His promise with no